Hi everyone, welcome back to English Language Resource. This is Idrisa Kavri presenting you a poem, The Mosquito, written by D.H. Lawrence. Before going into the deeper analysis of the poem, let us know a brief account about the author. Author David Herbert Richards Lawrence, regarded today as one of the most influential writers of the 20th century, was born on September 11, 1885, in the small mining town of Eastwood, Nottinghamshire, England. Lawrence left Eastwood to attend the University College of Nottinghamshire to obtain his teacher's certificate. In 1908, having received his teaching certificate, Lawrence took a teaching position at an elementary school in the London suburb of Croydon. He also continued to write. He has more than 40 books to his credit. In all his works, he celebrated his vision of the natural, whole human being, opposing the artificiality of modern industrial society with its dehumanization of life and love. Lawrence died in Venice, France on March 2, 1930, at the age of 44. Lawrence most likely wrote The Mosquito on the way to Malta on May 17, 1920, when staying at the Grand Hotel in Syracuse. He remembered the hotel he stayed in that night in his memories as a rather dreary hotel, and many bloodstains of squashed mosquitoes on the bedroom wall. The prescribed poem exemplifies that the mosquito is not as unimportant as people make it out to be. The Mosquito is a hilarious poem. It is taken from D.H. Lawrence's collection of poems titled Birds, Beasts, and Flowers. It is written in free verse, which adds the beauty and elegance of the poem. The poem uses the poetic technique called pathetic fallacy, ascribes human emotions to animals and objects. In this poem, the poet talks to the mosquito by treating it as fellow companion. The poem is in a form of assumed conversation between the poet and the mosquito. The poet raises many questions to the mosquito by using the second person narration, you, regarding its tricks. The poet calls the mosquito as Monsieur. He observes the movements of the mosquito and comments about its high and shredded legs. It lifts its weightless body and stands upon him without his knowledge. The poet heard a woman calling Mosquito as the winged victory, symbolizing its action and triumph. The poet exaggerates that the mosquito listens this and smiles at her. The poet raises his doubt again to the mosquito that how can it put such cruelty in such a half-transparent weak body. It is surprising that with its thin wings and legs it could sail like a heron in water and in air. Though it looks as nothingness, it is surrounded by evil aura. The mosquito's secret moves in search of prey gives a kind of numbness on the poet's mind. The poet wonders about its trick and magic to be invisible. For mosquito, blood is supermagical liquor. It is in silence, without any movement, stuffing blood without permission. Such thoughts develop his ego to kill it in order to prove his power. He kills it and it leaves a stain on his sucked blood, and the mosquito disappears as a dim smudge. In the beginning of the poem, the poet looks at the mosquito as powerful, almost equal to humans, but in the end, it becomes nothing. The poem takes the form of somewhat one sided dialogue. Even though the mosquito says nothing, his actions and assumed internal responses are interpreted by Lawrence. Hope you got the understanding of the summary of the poem. With the next presentation, you'll be given the deeper analysis and the line by line explanation of the poem. Put your queries in the comment box.